allow LeBron to have his way in the paint. He tweeted the following, though, and I want to get your take on this, Stephen A. He said, after the first 3 games, LeBron James should be on everybody's Rushmore, including mine. Wow. His Mount Rushmore. Wow, that's huge for him to say that. Because you said Magic is on yours, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so Mount Rushmore, Stephen A., that's a rarefied air privilege. So do you agree? After the first 3 games.
What we're seeing him do without Kyrie and Kevin Love is phenomenal. If we're not going to give him credit for that, then we're saying Golden State was fraudulent. If we believe Golden State to be every bit as legitimate as their 67-15 record and their cruise through the Western Conference Finals, if we believe that to be legit, then how can we discredit what we're seeing LeBron James do? That's the question. From a talent perspective, you cannot tell anyone with sense that LeBron James isn't a top 5 all-time talent in NBA history. We have never seen anybody with his package brought to the table. So the only question about him is his ability to win. And if he captures this championship, because contrary to what people believe, we might put the 2 and 3 record there in the NBA Finals. But no one expected Cleveland to win the finals against San Antonio back in 2007. No. We all know that. So it's really more like 2 and 2 in our eyes. He wins this title under these conditions. How can it be denied? I don't know how it can be denied.
Sure. Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. Woo. Because, again, you're talking... See, here's the thing. If you're not going to put him on Mount Rushmore, it has to be because... You said, okay, Kobe belongs there.
Right.
That has to be the reason.
Choice,
because that's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. And I'm telling you right now, I'm sitting up there just the other day, and I'm rapping with Kobe, and Kobe's like, wow, really? You know, they better. How soon everybody forgets. You have to understand something. Kobe believes he's right there with MJ.
Wait, I'm sorry. Let me make sure I'm clear. So if, in fact, and we're talking about your
Mount Rushmore,
if in fact he's able to win this title, you take Kobe off your Mount Rushmore.
I'm sorry to say, I am not prepared to answer that question. Okay. This is Kobe Bryant we're talking about here. Okay. A 5-time champion who's been to 7 NBA Finals, okay? A 2-time Finals MVP. This is Kobe Bryant we're talking about here. And LeBron, to me, from a talent perspective, I'm sitting there saying to Kobe, this brother's Goliath. Kobe is like, you're absolutely right. Mm-hmm. But what happened to Goliath? And I'm like, damn.
Talk about it, yeah.
So it's like, he's not, of course he respects LeBron and thinks LeBron's great. Just like he respects MJ and thinks MJ is great. All Kobe is saying is, hello, have you forgotten who the hell I am? And I'm like, I'm sorry. I kind of did. Yeah. But it ain't his fault. It's Jim Buss's fault. Right. But I'm just saying that sometimes we need to remember. It's a tough call.
I'm going to remind you, you don't get 10 on your Mount Rushmore. You only get 4.
I know.
Right. 4.
Four.
Okay.
It's tough.
Okay.
It's
so
tough.
On mine, obviously, there's this guy named MJ.
I've heard of him.
MJ,
Magic. And Magic. They're givens. And listen, Bill Russell and his 11 championships and what he did sociologically, I'm not saying he's Jackie Robinson, but he had some Jackie in him.
Okay.
With his breakthrough. He's on my Rushmore. Now, that 4 spot's always been up for grabs, but Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was just a sensational, long-time hall of the hall of the greatest greats. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with 6 rings, and I've had him up there. I've had Larry Bird on and off in the 4 spot. Now, this is where this gets interesting to me. How do you define your Rushmore? Because I define it on aura, on mystique, on stature, on your contributions on and off the floor, how you carried yourself.
Wow.
And because of that, on this point, I'm leaning more toward Magic. Listen, LeBron James has been the greatest ambassador for the game of basketball that I think we have ever seen, because he's beyond Michael Jordan as an ambassador for this game. This is just me. Nobody has done more for the image of this league for 12 years than LeBron James has.
Totally agree.
So I'm starting to lean toward maybe that 4 spot does belong. Again, I'd like to see him close this deal because it would be a great achievement for him in his career. He's 2 and 3 in the finals. This would be the landmark breakthrough of his career. But still, Look, Larry Bird was on just because, and it's not because he's a token white guy or I need a white guy on the, no, he was a bad man. He was a bad man. And for a long time, I thought just on mystique, Larry Bird belonged up there. I'm done with that. And I've had Kobe up there fighting with Kareem for that 4 spot because Kobe came around after he sort of grew up later in his career. I think he's done a lot for the image of this league.
He has.
You know? And in the end, man, I am now leaning toward LeBron James getting that 4th spot just on his aura. I am.
When you put it that way.
Yeah.
Because, see, here's where LeBron gets on to me if we're talking talent in terms of 6'8", able to do all the things that he can do. When you talk about resume, he might come off because I think Kobe has a better resume.
Sure.
I think MJ has a better resume. I think Magic has a better resume, okay? Russell has a better resume. Kareem has a better resume, okay? But then he comes back on when you talk about what he's done for the game. Keep this in mind. LeBron James was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, labeled the chosen one at age 17. He has not only lived up to expectations, he has eclipsed it. And I think for me, although I'm always reluctant and hesitant, because even though they're role models, I hate when society puts it on them. I understand they have to accept it. We all have to accept it. But I just hate when people are quick to put it on them because I think they're trying to omit themselves from having the level of responsibility they're supposed to have as parents, as counselors, as teachers, etc., etc. But LeBron, for 12 years in this league, the only thing the man has ever done wrong is the decision.
Yeah.
There is nothing else that this man has done to carry himself in a negative way ever. Now, I don't know a better role model than that. He's never been involved in anything. And you cannot say enough. This guy can go to any sport and preach to a young athlete, and there is no excuse for any aspiring athlete, any present-day athlete, any retired athlete to not listen to what this man has to say, because he has been the closest thing to perfection in terms of imagery that I have ever seen a professional athlete have in my life. That cannot be disputed. And if that is a part of your category, there's no question. He should be #1 on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. That is true. You're right. I'm with you. And by the way, last quick point. I have no issue that LeBron needed to go to South Beach and take join
Just
forces
the decision,
with
just the
but
process.
the way he handled
That's
it
what I'm
was
saying.
wrong.
But
it was aimed at Dan Gilbert, not at these folks.
That's right.
To me.
It was never aimed at them.
All right, so in conclusion, we're talking about Mount Rushmore, and Skip, correct me if I'm wrong, you're saying that
I'm
LeBron...
leaning in that direction. I would like to see him close this deal.
Skip Bayless says
I agree
LeBron
with you.
James belongs on the Mount Rushmore of greats, and if he closes this deal, it's a done deal. You're more of a
Done
LeBron
deal.
fan. You really are coming
Where have
around.
I not like LeBron. I just try to be objective about him when he plays basketball. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at you.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
All right. Coming up next, folks, we're talking about Draymond Green. He says the Warriors need to change